Okay, today we are going to talk about Valentine's Day that's coming up, as well as, this can also be used for Sweetest Day, um, anniversaries, maybe even a birthday. We had made red velvet cake earlier, so we have our red velvet cake Valentine heart shaped. And I'm just doing this with cupcakes. I figured, you can buy those forms that look like hearts, just as I have with this silicone one, which is great, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But, cupcakes are great, and it's great just to use those quick one-offs so you don't have to cut into it. Now, what I'm using is a 1M, and I have 3 cupcakes on this small plate. I'm just going to turn it towards me. And instead of going around and doing each individual cupcake, to make it look more realistic like a heart and to bring them all together, what I'm going to do is just start on one cupcake, and I kind of go around a little bit so it shows you the shape of the heart, and then I come down and over and back up. And then I fill in as I'm going around. Stop, start again. Now, there's your basic cupcake heart. Okay? I fill in a little bit down here. So, this looks great, fabulous. Well, maybe you want something a little bit bigger. So I took this plate, a little bit larger plate, and it looks kind of like a V right now, but we add a little frosting. You go around all the cupcakes, and you go down, and you come back up and around. And you want to kind of stop on a down arrow, or down spot. Okay, now I'm going to refill. Okay, now I have refilled. Now, what you could do is you could take another spatula and smooth this out if you wanted, but this gives you a nice little texture, I think, to what you're doing. So, the next thing that's kind of fun is I just take some frosting. It's great as these tips just go right on. And red is such a hard color to make. Sometimes it's easier just to use the tube icing. And I'm just going to go down, down and back up, and just come back. You could take a toothpick and take it all off, or you could just fill in. I just have tip 3 on here. Well, maybe I'll just do a little heart. And there you go. There's that one, and maybe I'll do it to this one as well. And there you go. There's a heart. You could also do a heart within a heart. So I could come back around and do a smaller heart. Sometimes it's easier to go from the bottom up versus the top down. So bottom up or top down, at that one, a heart within a heart within a heart. So now, as I was mentioning earlier, sometimes we have these silicone pans or bake pans that have these fun shapes, like this one has hearts. And you overfill, and you get this little bump like this, little bump on there. So what do? I'm like, oh, they don't look like hearts anymore. What you do is you take your heart, and you take your knife, and you just go on the very edge of where that bump is, and there you cut out your heart. So then you have your little heart shape again. Again, you see that heart on the bottom, which is what's going to be up anyways, and you just cut off the top. Let me bring over this plate, and we have our little hearts. And always remember to always do everything in 3s as much as possible. Odd numbers are always the best for making any design. And what I can do is I can come back with my frosting and cover them if I want. But sometimes that kind of hides what you're doing, what you want to showcase. So I just come back with the spread. You could use tip 12 as well. And you could just so enjoy. Thank you for watching my blog, and look forward to my next installment of, who knows, maybe some anniversary ideas. So check back soon.